Now, there are a lot of good things that are coming from the Anglosphere, many of which I agree, especially certain issues of morality and stuff, but this culture of safetyism that is boiling within the Anglosphere and it's being imported here, it's penetrating even my country. It's absolutely sickening. Like everything needs to be regulated. Every aspect of our lives, every single aspect of society, it needs to be interfered by the government. And if something could potentially may go wrong, then it needs to be banned, just in case. So I'm looking at this article, right? And this is the culture of safetyism, or so I thought. But then I realized, no, it's actually Metro fear-mongering. And I'm like, why would they fear-monger? Well, apparently they don't like the English flag. Like, you gotta understand, and especially if you're from Eastern Europe, this is very difficult to grasp. But the English flag in England is considered inappropriate. It's mind-boggling, isn't it? Like, the only time this happens in human history, and I definitely checked, it's after you lose a war and you get an unconditional surrender. Like, even in the United States, during their Civil War, the Confederacy, which lost, was still allowed to hoist the flag. Now, surely, recently that there have been disputes over that, and people don't like it if you do it, and there has been a lot of online stories that are banning the flag. But I want to point out that even in the case when a civil war was fought, and one side lost, they were still allowed to have the flag. There was no war in England, right? Like, England hasn't been conquered, allegedly. I don't know, like, has it? Like, well, why is the official flag being seen disrespect? Like, who decided this? Who are the people that decided? I want to see their faces, their names, because I'm curious. Like, how can you do it? How can you convince, how can you gaslight the nation state, that their flag is problematic? It's so ridiculous, isn't it? So yeah, no, like there have been actual disputes in England where the landlords were trying to kick out the tenants for having the flag. Like apparently you're only allowed to have it one day a year during the St. George. And if there's like a football event, you can fly it. But now the press is fear-mongering and is basically trying to get people not to fly it by scaring them, right? So how is it doing this? Well, apparently if you read the press, it says like this. And this is like metro.cock. I just want people to understand, like, this is not an official statement. This is not like the UK government saying it. No, it's the reporter, like whoever wrote this. In this case, like Nura Bikana. I can't pronounce this. I'm sorry. I'm Romanian. Me no speak English. But like this person is saying that for many football fans, now is the time to show their support for the Three Lions Euro 2024 with the St. George's flag decorating homes and cars. You might want to stick a flag on the back of your car ahead of the next England game with Slovenia, but doing so hastily could land you in hot water. This is because faulty attached flags and decorations could be considered an obstruction. Like, look at how many weasel words per word square is this journalist adding, right? So, it's not all flags, right? It's faulty attached flags. And even if it's faulty attached, it could be considered. It may, right? Like the culture of fucking safetyism that this journalist is relying on in order to push this narrative. But basically what they're saying is like it's too dangerous to attach a flag, right? Like you can get fined. So just don't attach it. And it's specifically the English flag, right? Like if you want to attach the Slovenian flag, this article doesn't seem to cover it. I guess like maybe the Slovenian flag is designed in such a way that when you attach it, it's never faultily attached. Like, that one is perfect. It's the England flag. I don't know what is about it. Like, it probably doesn't want to sit there, right? Like, it's a racist flag. It's agitated. It's an agitator flag. Now, what's interesting is that if you actually read the article, right, and you scroll all the way down, this is something that is actually insightful. Like, this is something that would be informative to the public, saying that although adding a pop-up collar to your car sounds fun, the rules are as follows. Do not obstruct the driver's view. Items which can obstruct the view for anyone else or cause a danger to pedestrians are prohibited. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So they're basically saying the legislation. And the legislation applies for all the flags. And from what I read, if you just put a flag like this, like in the thumbnail, it's fine. It doesn't matter if it's an English flag. It doesn't matter if it's a Slovenian flag. Right? Like, if you put it like this, it's not obstructing. Now, obviously, if you're going to smack it right on the middle of the window, then yes, that would be a problem. But I haven't seen people do that, right? And the way that the article is made is that if you're just drinking your coffee and you're skimming through the internet and you see this pop up, it's like reading just the title, flying an England flag could get you a $2,500 fine. It's so, like, they're not really lying. Like, theoretically, yes, like, if you fly it by smacking it on the middle of the window and it doesn't really matter what type of flag, in that situation, yes. But how many people do that, right? So, the whole thing is to fearmonger. It's like, hey, you know, keep away from the England flag. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. What this means if you can't fly any flag depending on requirements. This headline is just designed to get people riled up who don't read the full articles. This is why most websites don't have comment sections, by the way. It's like the community notes on Twitter. They absolutely hate it. It's like, why do the plebs get to say stuff? This basically applies to all flags and decorations. Trying to nickel and dime us with fines at every opportunity will be fined for walking the street. See? Like, most people don't really stay and think about it. Like, most people don't really analyze the story. They're just thinking, oh, the government is now going to fine people for having the English flag. But that's not what it happens, right? Let me know when someone is actually fined. I mean, there won't be, right? But what I like is that some people at least are reading the actual article and they are making up their minds of their own without just skimming through it. Should it be able to get away with it for another week? Only if seen by a policeman and only if it does not have a real crime to deal with. But face masks and a certain flag while acting intimidated isn't. LOL. Again, notice how many people, right, just read the title and then they even do the comments. Like after reading the title, they decide to click the comment button and they show that they haven't actually understood what's going on. Like, look how easy it is for the journalists to manipulate the public. It's ridiculous. Look, we don't care. We fly the flag as we like. As these laws have nothing to do with Brexit, who will we blame now, etc., etc. Yeah. It's very concerning. Again, like, this is just like a small news segment about the flag. It's not really that important. But think about stuff that actually matters. Stuff like the economy, stuff like international politics. Like, if they lie here, how much do they lie with the stuff that's genuinely important? But anyway, if you like this video and you would want to support me, there is a link into the pinned comment. It takes you to my subscribe star. And also, there's another link to my live stream. I still do This Week is Stupid. It was a great segment this week. And if you guys click on my live stream, it will take you there and you can even see the backlog of videos that I have. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.